Ukraine's quest for US-made F-16 fighter jets received a big boost over the weekend when US President Joe Biden gave his backing for Kiev's pilots to be trained to fly them. But the question which arises now is, when will Ukraine receive these jets, which are believed to be the ultimate game changers in the Russia-Ukraine war? Our report explores this further.
First used in the Gulf War to devastating effect. F-16. The multi-role fighters were deployed in 1991 to attack airfields, military production facilities, Scud missile sites and a variety of other targets. The F-16 tops the never-ending shopping list of Vladimir Zelensky. Could this be the ultimate game-changer in the Russia-Ukraine war? Can the Ukrainians command the skies with the American fighter jets? Well, the go-ahead has already come from the US Commander-in-Chief, but with a big caveat.
I have a flat assurance from Zelensky that they will not use it to go on and move into Russian geographic territory. But wherever Russian troops are within Ukraine in the area, they would be able to do that.
The war in Ukraine has gone through several changes, from drones to Russia's Kinzhal hypersonic missiles to US Patriot air defense system. All of them are being used in the war. And since the war broke out, the world is awaiting Ukraine's anticipated spring counter-offense and to give Kyiv a combat edge as it battles Russia's invasion. Ukraine has long craved for the F-16 fighter jets, insisting that the sophisticated aircraft would give it an edge in the war and allow them to strike Russian forces. The $64 million fighter jets missile and targeting system will enable them to identify enemy ground radars and destroy them. But the F-16 takeoff to Ukraine will take time. Don't expect to see F-16s in Ukrainian skies anytime soon, as the allies need some time. For now, Ukrainian pilots are being trained.
You know, it's always the same thing. We discuss. At the beginning, everybody is reluctant. And at the end, with the Leopards, with the F-16, at the end, the decision comes to provide this military support because it's absolutely needed in order to Ukrainian continue defending.
The US has its allies on board too in what it calls the F-16 coalition. Like it was done with the tanks, the US wants Europe to deliver these jets from its bases, raising expectations that a fleet of F-16s would soon be on its way. Today, F-16s are in service in 25 countries. From Pakistan to Israel, from UAE to Venezuela, they all have them in their air force. But jets for Ukraine would fly from one of these bases in Europe. All these nations on your screens have active F-16 jets, which Kyiv desperately wants. Despite so many European nations having the F-16 fighter jets, Italy, Poland and Germany have made it clear that they are not going to supply F-16 jets to Ukraine. Belgium has also made it clear that they do not have any F-16s to spare. For now, no one is ready to send the first jets to Ukraine. Then who from Europe will be sending F-16 jets, as many European countries do not have F-16s? Does this mean the US will finally have to send the jets to Ukraine? And the bigger question hanging is, will the entry of the F-16s in the theater of conflict only worsen it? Remember, the West has been accused of fueling the conflict by pumping in billions of dollars of arms and ammunitions. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
For more on this, we were earlier joined by Peter Kuznick from Washington, D.C. Peter is the director of the Nuclear Studies Institute at American University. Listen in to what he had to say on the matter.
Well, the first question is, will these F-16s ever be in the hands of the Ukrainians while the war is still going on? Right now, we've been talking about the spring counteroffensive for months. Well, spring is almost over. So soon we're going to be talking about the summer counteroffensive. We know that training on the F-16s is very intensive. Some people say it can be done in 3 to 4 months. Others have said it's going to take more than a year to train on the F-16s. So like the Abrams tanks, they might be useful if there's another war between Ukraine and Russia in the future. It's not going to come into effect very significantly, if at all, in the immediate future. So I don't think it's going to be a game changer. It does have enhanced capabilities, but you have to remember that much of the world is moving past the F-16s already to the F-35s. So you've got countries like Belgium and Denmark that will eventually be retiring their F-16s and replacing them with F-35s. So they're constantly developing new generations. F-16 is considered a fourth generation. It has capabilities that the MiG-29s and some of the old Soviet planes that the Ukrainians now don't have. But will it be a game changer? We always fantasize how technology is going to change the world. Usually that doesn't come to effect.